Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's good to be together, virtually together here, celebrating Shabbat and being together and celebrating the goodness that we experience in our lives and also holding on to the challenges that we are experiencing in these days. I'm glad that I'm grateful, really grateful for technology that we're able to be together in this way. And it's good to really be together with David and with Cantor Saul. Please note that we are sitting 6 feet apart. And we are doing our best to keep our real distance from each other even as we're leading this service together. We'll begin this morning with Matovu. Last week I shared that we gather together in a sanctuary and we sing Matovu because we are so grateful that we have this beautiful space to daven in, and that really it's the people that create the space. The space itself, there are places in the world where people daven in small rooms that are not beautiful at all if you just looked at the walls themselves. But when they look around and look at the people, when we look at each other, we bring out the beauty that exists. And so today, we can't actually see you because we're just leading this, but I know that those of you who are logged on or who are watching on the screen can actually see the different names that come up for others who are watching on the screen with you. And so look at that, see one another, see that we are actually building community together even as we are doing it virtually as we sing Matzuv. And so we begin our day this morning by expressing our gratitude, by sharing the blessings that we are given to start our day, to wake up feeling gratitude, to imbue ourselves with gratitude, and to find more gratitude as our day continues. I'll daven the Birchot HaShachar, our morning blessings, in Hebrew and in English. I invite you to share with Amen, or to even follow along and sing with me at home, sing along with the blessings themselves. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan zevivina lavin ben yom uben laila.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani betzalmo.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who clothes the naked.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who releases the bound.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who raises the downtrodden.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rakah haaretz al hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa li kol tzorki.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who guides us on our path.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who strengthens us with courage.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who gives us the ability to crown ourselves with glory.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam who gives us the capacity to restore vigor to the weary.
Amen.
We'll join together now with the Psalm for Shabbat, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat.
שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. וזמר לשמחה עליון, וזמר לשמחה עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. צדיק אתה מה יפרח, כארץ לבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצוצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובו בשיבה, דשנים לרעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולתה בו.
For those who are saying Mourner's Kaddish, we invite you to rise. Mourner's Kaddish, if you have a Siddur in front of you, is on page 52. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shmei Rabbah,
Amen.
v'yamad yivrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomachon v'chayed v'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbahar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei tekudasha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran v'yalma v'yimru Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'yimromav Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. We now turn to the beginning of our Pesukei Zimra section of our service, our Psalms, which invite us to wake up, and it's like spiritual stretching. We stretch ourselves, and so as we do that, we begin with Baruch Shamar. I want to just check in. It's again a new way of leading services when you can't see the faces that are there, and giving you some response and hearing the voices that are surrounding us. So Jeff, is everything working okay?
Yes,
Great.
there are 40 people watching.
Excellent. Okay, great. So we'll continue with Baruch Shamar. It's good to be with all of
I
you.
think we might be a little bit fat and tall, and I'm trying to fix that. It's not on my screen, but I'm looking watching.
Fat, well, you went like this, fat and tall or
Yeah,
thin and
yeah,
tall?
thin and tall. but
I'm okay with that.
Thin and tall, we'll go with.
I don't favor that. I favor
Fat and
realistic.
tall, though, but thin and tall, I'm good with. Baruch she'amar v'haya olam, Baruch hu, Baruch oseh bereshit, Baruch omer ve'oseh, Baruch gozer ukayim, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem al habriyot, Baruch Shalem Sachar Tov V'Reyav, Baruch Chai Havar V'Kayam LaNetzach, Baruch Poter U'Matzil, Baruch Shemo Yai 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 Yai
Elamim, Mashibak Bar, Deachmo Hakado, Baruch Adonai, Mahmula Batish Bacho.
Amen.
We turn now to Psalm 150. You know, I've never been tall in my life. I'm 5'3", which I'm told is 1 inch shorter than average height for a woman. And I just wanted to take note of the doctor that she's 5'5", which I call Jewish tall. 5'5" is Jewish woman tall, I think. So maybe I'm only tall when it's live streamed.
And truthfully, nobody has mentioned it, so it might just be me.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're going to sing 150 and give gratitude for the music in our lives, for the songs in our lives, and the opportunity to be whatever height we desire. So we move into this next section of our service, Yishmat Kohai, connecting with our soul and our breath. So I invite us, if you're at home, if you're in this room, to take a breath, to feel our breath, to feel the power of our breath that enables us to stay strong, our breath that enables us to live with vitality, our breath that enables us to feel the oneness that is within each of us and that connects us to one another. The oneness that connects us beyond who we are as individuals and enables us to know that we are actually interconnected with every other human being that resides on this earth. And that we are responsible for one another, and that in this time in particular, that we hold one another up. That even as we physically distance, that we socially connect and we spiritually deepen. We spiritually uplift. We lift one another we protect one another, we take care of ourselves in order to take care of each other. And so we sing together Shochen Ad.
Befi Yisharim Titalam Titalam Udivrei Tzadikim Titbarach Titbarach Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo Uvilshon Chasidim Titromam Titromam Uvekerem Kedoshim Titkadash Titkadash Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo Umachalot Revivot Amecha Beit Yisrael Berinai Ba'er Shimcha Malkeinu V'chol Vador Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo Shochen Ad Maharon Vekadosh Shemo
Yishtabach Shimcha Le'ad Malkeinu Ha'er Gadol Brachot v'hodahot me'ata ve'ad olam Baruch atah Adonai HaMelech Gadol b'tishbachot El ha'hodahot Adonai niflaot Ha'boker b'shirei zimra Melech elchei ha'olamim. So as we move into our Shacharit service, we're invited to contemplate creation, the midrash of creation, the midrash of a creation that was created through the power of words, a creation that we continue to recreate each day by sharing the power of our words, words of goodness and words of light. And we're reminded that all of our relationships, that the relationships in life between light and darkness, darkness that transcends and leads to light, and light that leads to darkness, that they are resilient. Just like all of our mature and growing relationships in our world, the relationships that we have with one another. Sometimes there's good and sometimes there's struggle. And that struggle will lead to good, and that good will sometimes lead to struggle, but they are resilient because within us, within each of us, we have light and darkness. And within each of us, we have the capacity to move that darkness into a space of light. Our relationships, each of them is textured, each of them is complex. And so as we contemplate creation and how we are so minuscule when we look out into the universe and beyond and contemplate what is and what was and what will be, all of the oneness of creation, the oneness of the past and the future, the oneness of this moment. That also leads us into the capacity to understand love. And not only to understand love, but to truly feel love and to truly give love, to truly create love in our world. The blessings of grandeur, the grandeur of creation, and the intimacy of creation that we create each day through our words. And the blessing of the intimacy that is created through the love that we experience. We have this opportunity today in a time when we are physical distancing to socially embrace. And I want to inspire us. I want to challenge us in this moment to do that. What does that mean? That means taking the moments when we are home to reach out to one another. And even though we cannot physically embrace, I had a friend once, my friend Shamir Kaplan, who's in Australia, who was Shomer Nagia. I think he is still maybe Shomer Nagia. And so we couldn't exactly hug one another, but we would say that we were giving Shomer Nagia hugs, and we would go like this to each other when we were standing far away, and we would say a Shomer Nagia hug to symbolize the hug that we wanted to give one another. And so in this time, I offer us that opportunity to give a Shomer Nagia a hug, to reach out our hands and to show the kind of embrace that we want to give one another. But even more than that, when we're not seeing each other, when we're only seeing each other on Skype, to actually do that, to Skype, to FaceTime, to Zoom, to reach out, to text, to make a phone call to all the people in the world that we love. Because from the notion of creation in our prayer service, Yotzer Or Uvorei Choshe Oseh Shalom Uvorei Et HaKol, the oneness of creation, creation of dark and of light, of good and of all that there is, we also know that there is the creation of love, Ahava Rabbah, and it's not just a simple love. It is Ahava Rabbah. It is a great, profound, everlasting love that transcends us and enables us to offer love in our world. And so that's what we must do in these days. Reach out to the people you love and tell them that you love them. Reach out to the people that you have been out of touch with and tell them that you care. Reach out to the people for whom you have a relationship that might be textured, that might be difficult, that might not be so easy, and reach out and make a connection. We have the opportunity to use this time for good, to look at the darkness that we are experiencing today and to actually enable it to move itself, to roll over into light, to roll over into love. And so let's do that. This Shabbat, tomorrow, the next day, may we reconnect with people who we have not been connected to. May we take the relationships that might have felt dark, the people who we have not spoken to, and may we create light out of them. May we enable this darkness to lead us to light, to lead us to Ahava Rabbah, a great love. And so we sing together Ahava Rabbah. If you're in our Siddur, the Siddur that I have right here, it is on page 346. This will lead us directly into Shema and our and V'ahavta and so forth.
Ahava Rabbah Avtanu
Shabbat v'hanora b'atachnu nagila v'nishmecha nagila v'nishmecha Yeshuatecha
V'hadienu l'shalom me'avar kamfot ha'aretz v'tolehenu k'mil artzenu ki al pol Yeshua ta'ata uvana v'charta mikol am v'lashon v'kerev tana l'shimcha gadol sela be'emet v'hodot l'cha u'chetcha b'yahava Baruch ata Adonai habocher b'yamal Yisrael be'ahava Shema
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad V'ata et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'leftecha b'derech u'shafecha u'v'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha v'yam shemot yishnu mitzvotai asher nafinu tzadechem Yom yahava et Adonai Elohechem v'odo v'chol v'achem u'v'chol nafshem V'satem et dvarai eile al v'achem v'nafshem v'shartem otam v'otam v'levadetam otam v'chol 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 V'zot beitecha v'yisharech l'man v'ateinan k'nei shemayim al ha'aretz
Vayomer Adonai el
Moshe
Moshe
lemor
daber el bnei Yisrael v'yomarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdeihem l'doratam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf v'til techelet v'haya lachem l'tzitzit v'ritem oto Ushaitem et kol mitzvot Adonai, v'asitem otam, v'lo tatoru, acharei levavchem v'acharei nechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Truth. Want to invite us to meditate for a moment on what we hold as our truths in this world, especially in this moment. What are the truths that are uniting us? What are the truths that are inspiring us? What are the truths that are keeping us going? What are the truths that we are holding dear and that we know that after this is all over, we are going to make manifest in our world? Truth and that. We'll sing together, and we've been singing this, we sang it last week, we sang it a bit at Shul. Beautiful melody, Joshua Shevsky. And so we sing Mi Chamocha each and every day, in the morning and in the evening, to remind us of our people's journey from a place of slavery, a place of degradation, to a place of freedom and a place of celebration. And so today we allow this to remind us that as we are in a place of hardship right now, as we are in a place of struggle and suffering, that we will move to a place of healing, that we will move to a place of renewed celebration, that we will move to a place that we want to be in this world. And so we sing Mi Chamocha. We are on page 352. connect with Sor Yisrael, leading us into our silent Amidah. We'll take a moment to daven our own silent Amidah, and then we'll come back together to sing Oseh Shalom and for some words of Torah and words of healing. Sor Yisrael,
Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, u'v'dechinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, go aleinu, Adonai tzva'ot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. three of us, four of us, Jeff as well, davening in this space, and that we're so spread apart, especially during that song. Because when we sing that at shul, there's so much energy and there's so much ruach, and it's hard to sing it without all of you. So I want to share a few words of Torah that really spoke to me this week when I was looking at the Parsha. So our Parsha is very, very detailed. It's our double Parsha, very, very detailed into the construction of the Mishkan. All of the gold and the silver and the bronze and the linen, the various colors that must be brought, even dolphin scales. So much detail of what we bring. And then there's one piece. There's one piece that it simply says that you're going to make this, and you're going to make it what we're going to make it out of. So what's that piece? It's the wash basin. The wash basin for the Mishkan that we're told should be made out of copper mirrors that were used by women. Bamarot hatzovot. Copper mirrors that were used by the women. And that these women are supposed to come and bring their mirrors, and that is what is going to be used to make this holy wash basin. So some say that these mirrors were melted together, and that through melting them, they were repurposed for this beautiful wash basin. And then there are other rabbis that say actually that's not the case at all, that these mirrors were actually used exactly how they existed in their original form, and that they were somehow hammered together, and that wash basin was created based on how they looked in their original form. What we know is that it was these mirrors that created the wash basin. So why a holy wash basin? Why a wash basin created by mirrors? So I want to first say that I'm intrigued by the wash basin this week because I think sinks in our lives have had new meaning in the last handful of weeks, right? Even those of us who think that we wash our hands a lot are washing our hands a lot more right now. And so the sink in our house has different meaning. The sinks in our house, right? The sink, no matter where we are, has become something new, has become a centerpiece in our home in a way that it might not have been before. So what was so special about these mirrors? Why were these mirrors what was used? The mirrors were used because the Midrash says that when the women would look at themselves in these mirrors, they would dream. And it wasn't just that they were looking at themselves. Their men, their husbands, were out working very hard labor, so the Midrash says, during the day. And when they would come home, they would be absolutely exhausted. And the women would hold up these mirrors, and they would look at themselves, and they would look at their spouses in the mirrors as well. And through their ability to look at themselves and look at their spouses, these women were able to envision a future for their families. They were able to dream of children. They were able to dream of what their lives could be like. And so that's what the mirror symbolized. It symbolized a future. It symbolized dreams and hopes. It symbolized prayers. It symbolized active work. It symbolized the work that it took to build a family, to create the future. It symbolized the work that these men did out building. And it symbolized the homes that in this time, the women were the ones creating the homes, at least according to the Midrash, that these women were creating. And so these mirrors, these holy messages of dreams, were what created the holy wash basin. The wash basin that would wash hands and feet, the wash basin that would create a sacred connection in the Mishkan. So we often think of our sinks as simple, right? Quotidian use, mundane, something that we use to clean our hands, no bracha necessary unless it's before we're eating bread. And even that is a ritual cleaning. It's not a cleaning with soap and water when we're singing the ABCs or the alphabet to make sure that we're washing for long enough. Yet now our sinks in the last handful of days, the last handful of weeks, they've been transformed. They've been transformed into wash basins. Our homes are like a temple. They're the places that we are safe. They're the places in which we are secure. And our sinks are the wash basin to keep us dreaming, to keep us envisioning. So when we look at our sinks, I want to invite us to look at them in a new way now. We can imagine them as mirrors. Mirrors that are reflecting all of our hopes and all of our dreams for the future. When we wash our hands, and we wash them more regularly than ever right now, we wash them because we don't want to get sick, because we don't want to make others sick. We wash our hands because we have a vision for the future. We wash our hands because we are dreamers. We wash our hands because we are builders, because we are creators. We wash our hands because we are healers. So look into your wash basin. Look into the wash basin that is in your kitchen. Look into the wash basin that is in your bathroom. Look into that wash basin and see your reflection. Love your reflection. Allow that love to inspire you to work for a future. To work for a future that is filled with sustained health. To work for a future that is filled with vitality. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to take a moment now and announce the new month. And Cantor Saul is going to do that for us as we look to this new month. May we hope and may we pray that it brings us prosperity, love, and connection.
Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'lei avoteinu, Sher chadesh aleinu et hachodesh hazeh, L'tova v'liveracha. Mi she'asa nisim lavoteinu, v'galotam me'avtud l'chevut, U'yigalotanu b'karov, V'kabetz ninachenu me'arba kanfot ha'aretz. Chaverim kol Yisroel, Chaverim kol Yisroel, Chaverim kol Yisroel, Chaverim kol Yisroel, V'nomar Amen. After I recite the new month, please, at your own tables and chairs, go ahead and recite after me. Rosh Chodesh Nisan Yehiye B'yom Chamishi Haba Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Letova. Rosh Chodesh Nisan Yechad Eshel Kadosh Baruch Hu Aleinu v'al kol amo Beit Yisrael L'chaim u'l'shalom L'sason u'l'simcha L'yeshua u'nechama V'nomar Amen.
Rosh Chodesh begins on Thursday of this coming week, the new month of Nisan. May it be filled with only goodness for all of us, for all of Israel, and for the entire world. And we say together, Amen. Amen.
Amen.
We are now going to move into a space of healing. We'll sing together. I invite you to sing Adonai Li, which will be led by Cantor Saul, as we pray for all those who are sick.
Adonai li velo ira. Adonai li velo ira. Adonai li velo ira. Adonai velo ira. Beyadam afkiruchi beyeti shani yahira. Behimeruchi kevin
pray for all those who are ill. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah v'Yivarech v'Yirapeh et HaCholim. Please add the names of those for whom you're praying. Cheryl Bailey, Zachar Ben Esther Malka, Daphna Miriam Bat Malka Esther, Joy Ann Rasha, Riva Batya Bat Aviva Yafa, Ephraim Aryeh Ben Malka Leah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihan, Hazikam Uripotam V'Tok Sha'ar Cholei Yisrael. Shabbatim Milzok Rufuah Krova Lavo Shabbat Allah Bizman Karim Nomar.
Adonai Ve'lo
We continue to pray. We pray as well for all of those doctors and nurses. The doctors and nurses who are working tirelessly in these days. May they have the strength to heal those who are suffering. May they have the strength to look internally, the courage to put that internal work out into the world, the healing hands to bring compassion, to bring fortitude, to bring resourcefulness, to bring an end to suffering, and to bring life to all those who are suffering. May our doctors and nurses know that we're here to support them, that we are raising them up with our prayers and our love. May they know that they are carrying a holy task in front of them, and that we will continue to raise them up and be here beside them. Soul. We pray for renewed strength and vigor. We pray for the opportunity for those who are suffering to come back into our world of connection and understanding. And we pray that all of us who are suffering, maybe not of body, but maybe of soul, maybe of loneliness in this time where we are separated. We pray that we have the capacity to reach out and touch them. And we pray that we can connect really fully with all those who are in need in this time. We say together, Amen.
Amen.
Turn now to the Mourner's Kaddish. We invite you, if you are remembering somebody in this moment, to stand where you are and to recite Mourner's Kaddish with me. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'alma divrach yirteh b'amlich malchuteh b'chayachon u'v'yamachon u'v'chayeh t'chol beit Yisrael b'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi
shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ome'omaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'krisha
Riachu.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechmata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
May the memories of our loved ones be a blessing for us now and always. There's a teaching in Judaism that you're actually never supposed to daven, you're never supposed to pray without a siddur in front of you. And some of the reason for that is that we're never supposed to think that we know something so well that we can just do it, on the fly without a siddur. And I actually take that really seriously because, Kaddish, of course I know Kaddish, I've said it, a bazillion times, but when you're standing in front of a camera, not knowing who's out there watching you, are you going to potentially forget one of the words of Kaddish? You potentially are. And so there's something important, there's a humility that comes with that lesson. What does it mean to actually be a humble davener? What does it mean, particularly as a leader, to be a humble leader and know that you do not know everything? By all means, do not know everything. We're going to end today with blessing all of you. This is a beautiful priestly blessing that was written by our very own David Ross, and just know that when we sing it, as we sing it, that we're really singing it out there for you, for all of us, that we'll all be blessed in this coming week. May we connect, even as we physically distance, emotionally, socially connect, and spiritually deepen and enliven. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You can find us at about 11:15 on Zoom. We'll be doing Torah study. Barbara Zimmerman and Debbie Ginsburg. Debbie's worked very hard to put together a whole wonderful Torah study for us this morning. At 11:15, there's also Tat Shabbat happening on Zoom. 1 o'clock, Camp Shabbat and Mini Minyan on Zoom. And 1:30, a teen hangout on Zoom, also discussing some ethical dilemmas. And Havdalah right here on Facebook Live with Moshe Kornfeld and family at about 8 o'clock. Shabbat Shalom.